Welcome back to another video in our Typo3 editor tutorial series. In this tutorial, we will take a closer look at the Filelist module. As a quick introduction to the Filelist and some other key Typo3 menus, we recommend that you watch our How to Navigate Typo3 video. There is a link in the top right as well as the description below. The main thing to remember is that it is a best practice to upload files to the Filelist first and then select those files in Elements. If you don't do this, your file list will become convoluted and confusing to navigate. When you are in the Filelist module and have expanded your file list tree on the left, you will see that on the right we have a file menu similar to what you would find on a PC. There are, however, some big differences in the way that you can control and edit data, and that is what we will talk about in this video. Firstly, you should always enable the Extended View tick box found here. This will let you see the different buttons we will be using today. The Display Thumbnail option helps you find images more easily, while the Show Clipboard option is essential when copying and pasting files. In your primary folder for user-uploaded content, you should always try to organize your files into folders. A handy tip for naming images is to include the height and width of the image in the name. For example, this picture is 1600 pixels wide and 1200 pixels high, so I have included that in the name. This can be very useful when ensuring that images across pages are the same size. Folders and files have similar options here on the right. Files, however, have two extra options, and we'll discuss those later. Let's now go over each of the options that is available with folders. The first option is the Rename option. It's as simple as it sounds and lets you rename your folder or file. Next is the Upload Files option. This option lets you upload files straight into that folder. Next, the Info option. This is more useful for images and documents as it lets you see a wide range of info such as when the file was uploaded and last edited, the dimensions of the image, the size of the image in megabytes, and where on your website the image is being used. You can even navigate to elements in which the element is used or edit the element directly in the Info option. Next, the Delete option. This is the same icon as the Delete Element icon we have mentioned in previous videos. Lastly, if you have the Show Clipboard tick box enabled, as previously mentioned, you will have the Copy and Cut options on the far right. If you are looking at the options for an image, you will also have an Edit Metadata option in which you can write notes and a very useful Replace Image option. Using this button, you can replace all references to an image on the entire website with another image. Now, copying or cutting and pasting works differently in Typo3 than on a PC. First, ensure that the Show Clipboard is enabled. Then decide if you want to copy or cut the file and press the corresponding button. Now, at the bottom of your page, you will see that the file or files have shown up in the Clipboard section. Important to note is that you can move either one file at a time or multiple files at a time. However, you need to use different clipboards for these different functions. If you want to move one file, you can use the normal clipboard that is selected by default. If you want to move more than one file, you need to first select one of the three other clipboards. You can distinguish between single record and multi-record clipboards by the info in the brackets next to the clipboard name. Once you have selected your multi-record clipboard, select every file you want to copy by ticking the box on the right and then scrolling to the top of the page and clicking on the Transfer Files to Clipboard button. Once you have files in your clipboard, another button will appear at the top of the page. This button is the Paste button. Once clicked, this will paste all items in your clipboard into the folder that you are in. Now, let's talk about how to upload files into the Filelist. We already know one way to do this, and that is by clicking the Upload button found here. There are other ways. first ensure that you are in the appropriate folder. Then, click the Upload File button in the top left. Another way to upload files that may be faster if you're uploading files to more than one folder is to right-click on the folder in your file list tree and selecting Upload Files from there. You also have a search bar in the file list that lets you quickly find files, found here. When deleting folders, you must first delete all files within that folder. Typo3 will not let you delete folders that are not empty. To delete multiple files in a folder quickly, enable Show Clipboard, click on the Multi-Record Clipboard, and then either select files individually or use the Select All Files button at the top, and then click the Delete button. That brings us to the end of this tutorial. Please consider subscribing to stay up to date with our tutorials.